Hello my lovelies, Barbara here with your one card reading for the week ahead. It's a Monday, the 11th of March 2024, and I'm going to apologise for it seems very dimpsy in here today. I've got all the lights on, I've tried all the lights on, I've tried all the lights off, I've tried one light on and everything, and it's still really dark. I don't quite understand why, but there we are. Obviously the sunshine is in the wrong place. Hey ho. Anyway, let's get on with your one card readings. I hope you had a great weekend, because I did. I was teaching tarot. Woohoo! Love doing that. So here we go. There's the box. So this is the Old English Tarot. And you see, I don't know if you can tell actually, it's quite battered, this box. Do like this deck. I remember when I first started Tarot Club in person many years ago, this was one of the decks that we used to use. So that's why it's a little bit battered. Back of the card. Da-da-da. And you see it's not too shiny. I do like it when they're sort of satiny. Much easier to shuffle. And your card for the week is the Ace of Coins. So the Ace of Pentacles here. Now, if you look really close up on this one, I do like the symbolism, because that's the thing with this particular deck. The symbolism on some of the cards is so minute, you initially think, where's the symbolism? But it's there, and it's very profound sometimes. So here we have obviously the jolly old coin in the middle, and I'm going to look at that. Oh, there we go. It's like a wheat sheaf, or a sheaf of wheat, whichever way you say it. So it's there. It's all about that growth. And close up, which seems odd for an ace, but it will make sense in a minute. We've got all the wheat growing and this tiny, tiny little house. And beyond that, yeah, there's some trees behind it. This week is all about preparation for the future, financially and security. And remember, security doesn't necessarily mean money. It can mean anything. It could be security around your family, security in your job, all sorts of things. What makes you feel secure in your life. And so to some people, it is purely having your family around you. Other people, it's having loads of money in the bank. It's whatever floats your boat. Remember, that's very, very important, despite the fact that this deck is called coins. But nevertheless, it's all about security. And I find what's interesting, in this deck, you've got this tiny little house. It's almost a shack. It's got one window and one door. But it's a start, isn't it? That's the whole point of the ace. It's the start. It's the opportunity coming into you. So this week, particularly look out for opportunities where it can imprint your desire to build on that opportunity. Now, it might simply be somebody mentioning something in the street. Oh, by the way, did you know down the road they're offering 50% off of something? It could be that small, but who knows where that might lead. You think, okay, I'm going to go down there because it's 50% off. And you meet somebody else and they say, did you know so-and-so down the road taking on new staff? Oh, and off you go and apply for a job there. And so it moves on. Sometimes the most minute opportunities are what you can plant to create big opportunities and long-term opportunities. And that's what this week is all about. Also, if you look very closely, well, actually it's coming up quite well on this camera today. We've got two little trees behind, and that's the whole point. So you've got this little house, this one bedroom, one door, one window house, but behind it you have two sturdy, strong trees. And they're saying that security is there, that strength is there. The roots are going down. You're in front of those trees at the moment, but what's beyond those trees? Where can you go? What is your next house, career, job offer, anything? What is beyond those two little trees that are already there, nice and sturdy, saying, do you know what? You're okay. And the fact that there's wheat growing already in the ace, which is quite rare. You don't tend to see that in tarot cards. You know, with the Ace of Pentacles and a Rider-Waite, it's a beautiful garden. There's lovely flowers going, but there's a path sort of going under that rose arbor to what's beyond. In this case, instead of flowers, we've got the wheat. There isn't a path, I don't believe. No, there's no path. So you need to make your path, your own path towards that wheat. But nevertheless, there's that security, and there's those two trees beyond. In fact, I've just noticed, look at all this growth going around the edge of the card. It's like Come on, step through this card, step into that card. And I'm actually going to say, I mean, I do this in Tarot Club. You should meditate. We always would meditate on this one and actually step into the card and see what you can see. That's the whole point. So perhaps this week, if you're thinking of making changes in your security aspect, why not do that? Why not put some really fantastic music on, something that's really gentle but makes you feel really good about yourself, and meditate on this card. It doesn't have to be from this deck. If you haven't got this deck at home, it could be from any tarot deck you've got at home, or, you know, print this off. I don't mind. Beware of copyright, of course, not so much for the video, but for the card itself. Meditate on it. What do you want to bring in? What do you want to do with your life? What aspect of your life that you've already got, that you've already planted almost, that you can nurture and build on? Such a fantastic week. This is a great idea if you're redesigning something, even if you're redesigning your house. Perhaps you've just bought a house and it needs a lot doing to it. This is the week to really sit down and think, do you know what? Okay, long term, this is what I want the final outcome of my house to look like. It might take you 10 years to get there. You might want to build an extension on the back or something like that. But nevertheless, put those plans on paper. Think about it carefully. All right, imagine you've got £1 million that you can work with. I mean, you probably won't be living in that house if you had £1 million, but nevertheless, imagine it. Don't worry about the cost at this moment, because you're not going to be able to afford it at that moment. It's a seed, it's an ace, but you have to manifest. And this is a fantastic card for manifesting things in. Think about it. If you're doing a spell jar, do a spell jar, do a vision board, do all sorts of things. Think ahead, not just next week, next month, 10 years, 5 years, it doesn't matter. Where do I want to be in my career? You may be just literally joining a university with the idea of, this is where I want to go. I want to be a dentist. I want to be a doctor. I want to be, it doesn't matter what it is. I want to be a designer of some sort. You have to start somewhere. This is the week to start, make your plans and start to act on them. Even by designing that house, for instance, that extension, you are planting that seed. That's so, so important. I keep saying it, it's so important because it is important. So fantastic, creative almost, although it's not a wand, creative week ahead. Think about where you want to be long term and then put everything in motion for it. Anyway, have a fantastic week. Just a little reminder, next Monday there won't be a one card reading because you'll have your 3 cards ready to join for Ostara. Ready to choose even for Ostara. So watch out for that next week. So I'll do a photo of this card at the end like I normally do. Have a fantastic week. Bye for now.